Thank you very much, guys. As you can hear in the venue, we're having a lot of fun, and wow, what a performance from Samsung White. Coming out the gates, really swinging once more. Again, destroying Royal Club. Let's get straight to the team comps. Rengar, Rumble, Talon. Let's pull the graphic up, and Krepa, maybe talk to me about some of the picks and bans and a slightly different approach by Royal Club, but it wasn't enough.
I actually like what Royal Club did here. They had a good late game component in Mundo, Kha'Zix. They didn't fall too far behind early. Their picks scale well into all phases of the game. I like Corki into Twitch. I like Thresh. It offers engage. Actually, coming into this, if I had to choose a comp that I would like to see win, it is Royals, but then you have White just playing so damn brilliant.
Yeah, and the thing we have to remember here, too, is that really, if you're going to be Royal Club, what you're looking for is to hit the power spike about probably 18 minutes when you start getting that Trinity Force, when you get a core item or two onto Jace as well. So your sweet spot's going to be probably like 18 to 23 minutes. That's when you have to start grouping and then sieging very aggressively against the low wave clear. But what White did is they stalled out and skirmished with their composition and made it never possible for them to actually group on a tower.
The problem with this, though, is that Corrin on Jace made no sense to me because it's a champion he hasn't played at Worlds, to my knowledge, hadn't played it all split in summer either. I was questioning his champion pool, but his Jace was honestly pretty abysmal. Late to fights, you saw him misplay fights on the bottom lane, get dived on repeatedly, and not know how to play around it. And if he had been an uncomfortable champion, like they banned his own Rise, and then he first picked the champion he doesn't play instead of getting that Rise something himself. Like, that was very odd to me, and it showed that he was uncomfortable.
Yeah, it really showed that Royal was unprepared for Rengar and Rumble, which is really strange because you should know that Looper and Dandy will play Rengar and Rumble. Those are hard initiates into a poke comp. So picking a full poke comp with that Jace, Kha'Zix, Mundo, Corki doesn't make too much sense. Rumble and Rengar will just jump your face and kill you because you have low base stats.
I want to bounce off that point, though. While he wasn't the most impressive Jace, it did allow him to at least keep mid lane, even if not push it first, and that actually kept Palm back. Palm couldn't roam until he was actually like 15 minutes into the game, or just at least push and put the pressure on the map. So in that point, the Jace did work out, but sadly, if you're not proficient at champion, Samsung White will abuse that like as much as they can.
Before we get to that 15-minute roaming and pushing and moving around the map, we've got a replay that was super chaotic in the bottom lane. It actually wasn't too terrible for Royal Club, despite it being a 5v4. Krepa, you felt quite strongly about how this started.
Yeah, so first thing I want to highlight is Samsung White, they still make mistakes, but what the beauty of their play is that how they react to mistakes immediately and how they don't get phased by it at all. And this is going to be a long replay, so I'll start it out, and then I'm going to need some help from you guys because I can't cover all this. But yeah, basically it starts out with Zero just engaging this straight, reaction from Imp coming in as well, and then yeah, the TPs come in. The thing is, Dandy could have actually went a lot earlier, but he respected Insect. Mata's trying to survive, but this hook from Zero, that misses, and that bodes really badly for Royal Club.
Well, his setup on the equalizer there was nearly perfect as well because you see it splits Insect and Cola off from Zero and Uzi, so it makes it a lot easier to focus just one of them down. And here we have Pawn getting in with his ultimate, dealing a bunch of damage right there, gets the exhaust off onto Uzi as well. And then as this fight ends up, Looper...
It's a bad flash. That's what I mean. Yeah, the bad flash, but he reacts so well.
Actually, if Looper didn't flash in right there to greedily try to go for the kills, he could have slowed down Corrin's entry into the fight. And now at this point, Sohan Royal Club just has to pick a target. They get so greedy here. Corrin goes for Looper, but Cola's off getting zoned or trying to finish off Dandy, and then Looper just turns around and smacks Corrin in the face.
Yeah, and that's what I meant about Corrin. Like, he's staying there, like, not playing the range deal, not waiting for another QE to come out and anything like this, and honestly just absolutely misplays that fight against Rumble that would have won them a 5-for-3 instead of a 4-for-5.
Yeah, and I got a bit thrown off guard at the start because the start of this fight highlights the decision-making we could have had. Rengar was camping in that bush and dry. He used his ulti, he saw Kha'Zix approach, and then he hesitated for a second. And it's rare that we see Danny hesitate because he kind of want to bait Kha'Zix in, but it allowed the Royal Club members to group up and form like an alliance together instead of just immediately Rengar ulting on Thresh and just burning him down. I think that would have been a slightly better play, but who am I to disagree with?
Freak, I've got a question for you for our next replay as well. Regardless of the strategic decision-making that Royal Club is doing mechanically, individually, we're seeing misplays. Let's pull a second replay up onto your screens. Talk me through some of the decision-making of the dive and then the eventual mistakes from Insect.
Right, so the initial dive, this is beautiful. This is Samsung the whole time, and again, it's their instincts of playing together for years now. Well, actually, in Pawn's case, only a few months, but Pawn and Dandy set up the gang. It's beautiful. Roll the clip out, right? They both start from out of sight. If we play it forward, we're going to see they choose to go in together. Right? They're waiting. Okay, Danny's going to stealth. You see Pawn slowly inching forward. He's waiting. He's like, okay, now you're stealth. Okay, now it's time. There he is. I mean, it's beautiful. The flash engage. Everyone else is ready to go. right on top of that beatable stuff. Honestly, there's very little Corrin can do, but he shouldn't have flashed. This is just silly by Insect. He thinks he has the kill. Pawn actually turns back to cue him to lifesteal. Thanks to Ravenous Hydra, and then Mod is beautiful, knows he can exhaust, knows he, or just assumes he has the healing to keep him alive.
Yeah, just can't assume the burn was going to finish it off there. Double lift. You were
It
trying
burned
to
him in
think
the end.
about some of the decision-making or plays from either squad?
Yeah, I was going to say, after that first replay, it just goes to show Samsung White is just so ahead of the game. Yeah, they misplayed that first fight, and they ended up trading kills when it could have been more clean, or potentially actually a loss for them. But Samsung White, it looks like they're the Power Rangers, and like Royal's just like a hot dog or something. Like they can't do anything. They're sitting in lane. They're just doing really, they're just doing normal things that actually would get them ahead if they're against anyone except for Samsung White. They're playing aggressively. They're pushing their lanes. They're looking to group and fight. But Samsung White is just like 2-3 steps ahead every single time.
See, at the start of this game, I was like, oh, it's finally getting close. Maybe we'll see a good match. And then White finds a way somehow every game to flip that switch, and suddenly your 5k go down, your towers dropping one by one, and you become a hot dog against the Power Rangers.
Exactly.
One game away before we find out if the Power Rangers or the hot dogs are going to push on to the finals, guys. We are going to head over to Twitter and ask you guys once more to share your favorite moments from Worlds with us. Send your responses to us at LOL Esports. Use the hashtag Worlds. We will be talking about them at the end of the day in the post-game wrap-up. We are going to drop in on another one of those viewing parties that is being hosted by Coke Zero. And here are the fans in a packed house at the Cinemark Legacy Theater in Dallas, Texas, where Team Dignitas' Kiwi Kid showed up to join in. Even got a little love there from TSM in a moment or two. As you hear all over the world, even cosplayers in the house. Thank you for that, guys. Samsung White are one victory screen away from clinching the Summoners Cup for 2014. We'll see if they can get it done when they face off against Starhorn Royal Club in Game 3 of our championship finals.
But it's first blood going over to Uzi. That's a second one for Cola. Insect will fall. Pawn coming in. Tries to get Talon out the end. He's going to try and get that cutthroat down.
There is Insect though. What can he do? Surely we'll be able to finish off Pawn. He's actually just left the invisibility. Whoa, they go down. Coming around the side, he'll force Uzi first down. There is Pawn as well. Can they finish him off? The burn is not
Oh my gosh.
Equalizer comes down. They're probably going to damage Insect. That'll be the first target. Equalizer goes down. Cola's already at half, but they want the squishies first.
Those going down to Royal Club. It could be Uzi going down. He's forced to use Summoner Heal. One last shot and the Venom takes him down. Insect